Hey, this will be a video chart on RNWF. Very nice looking chart here. Has really come to life and had nice volume, so you got some good liquidity going on. So I want to get this chart up here going into the weekend. Quite a few people have dropped me some messages, so here we are. Just real quick, kind of brief little history on the chart here, which also makes a nice quick little chart lesson. But essentially here was the first day where volume really came in. So if we take a look at what the chart looked like on that day, you can see that pretty much no volume going on, then all of a sudden, boom, get this big volume bar. And this is a great example of how volume precedes price. So we had this big, stock kind of fell down, but you can notice that it was putting in higher lows the whole time. So this is where the uptrend began. And then I had another big volume bar, and then things took off here, went through a little bit of pullback, but notice the pullback was on decreasing volume, put in a higher low, kept maintained both above the 200-day and 50-day, which was good, and then things finally just decided to take off again this past week. So a very nice looking chart, acting like any chart should that you'd want to see it. So firing on all cylinders. I'll first go over support levels, and then we'll move to resistances, as I'm going to have to scrunch up the chart a little bit more. But the first support that I'll talk about is going to be the ideal support level. And if you watch my videos before, you've heard me say this, but ideal support levels are just levels where, if you were to ask me, what support level would you want to see hold that would make the chart look, the most bullish and strongest, then my answer would be right here, the 0.003 level, based at this previous high. Now, if it doesn't hold that, is it the end of the world? Absolutely not. But the other support level that I always talk about is the must hold, and the must hold one is the level where if this can't hold, then there's just something not right with the chart anymore, because it technically shouldn't have any problem holding. So what I mean by that is, let's say the price did fall all the way down here to this level at 0.0021. Yes, that'd be a very far fall from where we are here, but that's exactly my point. If the price were to come down here, you could still hover around here and then bounce back up, and you'd have yet another higher low. But if the price comes down here and can't hold, then there's just something not right anymore, because compared to what the share price is up here, if this is truly a continued strong bullish move, then there should be people just drooling to pick up shares at that price. So if people don't buy and the price falls, then that's where something has kind of, the tide has turned for whatever reason. I don't know, but that's why charts will tell you something's just not right anymore. But for the time being, 0.003, that's going to be the ideal level. But if that can't hold, then you still do have the key support level down here at 0.0021. Now, like I said, I'm going to have to scrunch up the chart here. But as you can see, I scrunched it up a little bit too much there. But the new resistance levels that we have are going to be right here. And then I'm just going to do this one right here. So what I'm going to do here, just to save argument and not make too complicated, I'm just going to make a little resistance zone. The bottom of the resistance zone is going to be valued right here, and that's going to be based off of today's high, which was 0.0039. The top of the resistance zone is going to be based at the high of this candle over here, which is 0.0041. So 0.0039 to 0.0041 is going to be the next area of resistance. After that, don't have it until up here at 0.005, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Next week, I think there may be some consolidating. If it wants to keep shooting up, I'm sure nobody's going to complain about that. But with stocks like this, and as this chart has already shown us, consolidation is key, and consolidation is what makes bigger moves happen. Just looking at this past example on this chart, had a nice move, pulled back, consolidated, and now you're witnessing the results of that. So if this next week the price does go sideways or pull back a little bit, no problem. The one thing that you will want to keep your eye on is the volume. With any sort of sideways or downwards action, you want to see decreasing volume. If there's a red day or something and then you have a huge volume bar, that is a red flag. But keep your eye on the volume, and like I said, consolidation is not a bad thing. Remember this past history right here, and if next week is consolidation week, that's fine. But as long as these support levels hold, then there's really aren't any worries as far as the appearance of the chart. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setup, straight ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things. Excuse me, from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It's all free. We've been making some good money together on our chart setups and alerts and so forth. So I encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and check it out. One more time, this was RNWF. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your weekend.